Do the whole thing.
You just burped? You popped a pimp. Guilty, too. Guilty. Today's the day. Dustin! Alright guys, today we are going to be doing what you've been asking us to do for a long time, which is answer your most asked question, which is, which of us is moving? So...
Or are both of us moving?
Well, what we actually decided was... I've heard that before.
Huh?
I've heard that before.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, I thought you were gonna drop it on my head. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
What's up?
My name's Keanna.
I'm Dustin.
And one second. Today we are going to be answering a question that you guys have asked us quite a bit. Honestly, since we first started this channel.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
It's been a long time.
Y'all curious.
You guys are curious. So before we get started, I do just want to say we are sitting on Dustin's bedroom floor only because, do you see the lighting? Like,
look at how good she looks.
It's the golden hour on a cloudy day in Indianapolis, and Dustin kind of lives in a dungeon, so.
This is not true.
This is very true. So this is the best
What
lighting.
do you mean by that?
Like, you don't open your blinds.
Anyway, guys, let's move on.
So this is our best lighting, but we're comfortable. I just know y'all like to throw shade. Also, not all of you, some do. So before you come at me, yes, I do have a Rap Life bandy on, and it was wash day. I shouldn't really have to justify that, but I know y'all be calling me Aunt Jemima or whatever craziness y'all like to say. I still look cute though, so.
She does.
Anyway, so.
What's up?
Guys, first we just want you guys to know that, like, we had to think about this for a long time, like, since the start of our relationship.
Yeah. It's been a little while, for sure. And a lot of conversations.
Lots of conversations.
Like, a whole lot of conversations.
Yeah, and we knew there were so many things to consider, but we also knew that we did want to make that step because we do plan to spend the rest of our lives together, and so in order to do that we would have to live together. We can't keep doing this back and forth. You guys know we started our channel so that we were able to fund our travels back and forth and capture moments while we're long distance, but we also very much look forward to being able to make memories together always, every day.
Yeah, man, less FaceTime, more real time.
Yeah,
I'm down.
So there were a lot of things that we had to consider, and we had to weigh our pros and cons of both. So we literally, like, talked about both sides. So, like,
very heavily.
Some pros to me moving to Indianapolis would of course be that Dustin already owns a home. He's lived at this house for 7 years. I live in an apartment in Atlanta, so he's already, like, settled here and, like, what is it, planted his roots, yeah. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But then there were some pros that you considered as well, right, for Atlanta?
Yeah, not many.
Not many?
I'm just kidding. No, the weather's nice. It's definitely a lot nicer weather. I can't stand the cold, so I mean,
I can't stand the cold
that's a
either.
Definite pro.
You guys know I don't like the cold.
Yeah. No, that's definitely definite pros, the weather for sure.
Like, another thing that would be nice too, of course, Dustin's family's here, so that would be nice to be around his family, but then also I'd be away from my family. But my brother is already in California, so it's really just my parents, and most of my family lives in North Carolina, whereas all of his family lives in Indianapolis, or not Indianapolis, but Indiana. So that's something else to consider.
Yeah. I think that no matter what we decided, like, it would still be feasible to visit family and friends. Like, we've been flying back and forth every month for a year, so it's not that difficult to hop on a plane and go up and visit family and friends. So that's the benefit to both sides, I guess.
Yeah.
I do think that we also considered I considered, like, professionally in Indianapolis compared to Atlanta. Like, I do have my roots planted here, and so I do have, like, a lot of connections here, but also Indianapolis is kind of limited when it comes to kind of that ceiling. So I was going back and forth on whether or not Atlanta would have more to offer in my professional life as well.
Y'all know Atlanta is booming.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that Atlanta has over Indianapolis. Like, it's just a bigger city. Is it a lot more people?
Yeah, it's a lot more people.
A lot more people, but also a lot more opportunities.
That's
like,
another thing, though, too. Traffic. Holy crap.
yeah, traffic.
Traffic
but it's
down
like
there is a hot mess.
the new Hollywood, and we aren't actors or anything. But, like, a lot is happening. A lot happens in Atlanta, you know? Like...
Yeah, no, the traffic, though. No, but really professionally, too. Like, one of my dream schools is down there. That would be pretty cool. But there's no openings right now, so that's unfortunate.
For now,
So,
yeah.
That didn't weigh in the favor.
Yeah. So, as you can see, like, this took us quite some time. We did make this decision for ourselves, though, and only for ourselves. We didn't make this decision. Like, yes, we considered our family and things like that, but we knew that we were establishing this for the two of us, and so we did what we thought was best for us. And honestly, nothing has happened yet. Like, I am in Indianapolis, but nothing is
She's
official.
in Indianapolis.
Nothing is official. But I am here for now at Dustin's house. So, do you want me to tell them?
What, that we move in Hawaii? I already told them last week. We're going to Hawaii, y'all. It's going to be so nice.
You want me to tell them or you want to tell them?
Y'all, she is staying in Atlanta. I'm coming on down.
Dustin's moving to Atlanta, guys! We are both going to be in Atlanta. We're living in Atlanta.
God, she's so blessed.
Atlanta's the place. Guys, I just love the city, and Dustin loves the city too.
I do. It is nice. Like I said, I've lived here. I kind of was ready for a change of scenery. There were some things that came up in my professional life too, like last year when it just came to like, oh, I think there's like time for a change. And I love the school that I'm at, and so I thought about that a lot too, because I do really like the school I switched to this year. And so I had to pick up and start again this year. But at the same time, when it comes to like long-term goals, I just feel like Atlanta does have a lot more to offer us, both professionally and personally, you know, between what we're doing together, but then also like what we're doing with work. And when it comes to like growing our business and growing our brand or whatever we're trying to do with our, you know, future, Atlanta definitely has a lot more to offer. So
I don't know. You guys know I love Atlanta, and you guys know I hate the cold. So
I hate the cold too. I hate the cold.
I was kind of pushing for him to move to Atlanta. But I trust me, I did not force him. I don't want to say that. Like, he had already expressed when we first started dating that he was looking for something different. So that's not like a nudge or a push or a force from me. But I'm like, well, if you want something different, Atlanta's a great place to be. So we've actually known for a while that Dustin would be in Atlanta. Like,
yeah,
since the start of the school year, at least, right?
Yeah, I think there are times where like I kind of went back and forth a little bit, but when it comes down to it, man, I'm still kind of hoping, like, my family's still up here, but honestly, my family hates the cold too, so I'm not too convinced they won't be down.
They need to move
down
Florida.
south, Florida, at some point in time.
Yeah, and they'll be close together.
Yeah, and they come down south quite a bit, and so I don't know. With my thinking too is just like outside of my family, like a lot of my friends have kind of dispersed and moved around too. So outside of my family up here, I don't have a whole lot of things tying me down. And the school I was at prior to this year, I was like planted at, and I think that it definitely was like a blessing in disguise. Like things that they played out the way they did, because it allowed Keanna and I to grow a lot deeper, and for me to be a lot more open to the idea of like big shifts, and it's been good. So I'm going to Atlanta.
Yeah, and just to touch, before we talk about where this is going and what we've already put in place, because we have already started to make that transition, guys, crazy to believe. But before we get into that part, I do want to just piggyback off of what he said about job opportunities and things like that. So yes, we are both teachers, and people might say you can get a teaching job anywhere, but like he said, his dream school is in Atlanta, but also Dustin and I do a lot of things outside of the classroom. I don't know, like teacher influencers.
Yeah.
That's strange to say, but a lot of the heavy hitters or people that, I don't know how to explain this in a way, but a lot of people in that field are in Atlanta as well. And so we have already been able to start to make some of those connections, and now that people know that Dustin is moving to Atlanta, people have been reaching out to us, and so that's also going to give us a great foundation for whatever is to come. And I know people are like influencing whatever, but we do make money off of influencing, and we have side businesses from that. So being in that space with those people will help us both professionally, but also help our family down the line. And it's just going to be what's best to set our whole family up for success. Like, this is just the beginning, and that's what's really exciting about it all.
And like, we're both elementary educators too, and finding men in education is like few and far between. I've never worked with any, but I'm friends with several male educators in Atlanta that like I really respect, and I feel like I can grow from down there as well, and like just build better friendships like outside of school, but also like when it comes to bouncing ideas off of other people. So that was another thing I was thinking about too when I was thinking about moving down. But
yeah. Like we said, we thought long and hard, so don't come at us.
Yeah. And with the house thing, so I know a lot of y'all in the comments have shared about like, oh, Dustin has a house, it makes more sense. And to an extent it does, but like when I'm selling the house, a couple of things, like one, it is a seller's market right now, so now is the time to sell, and I can make a lot more than what I owe, and that will put, you know, both of us in a better situation. But also, even if Keanna had moved up here, like we may have started here for like a brief moment, but I wouldn't have felt right with like it being my place and not our place. So I feel like we would have probably looked for somewhere else that we want to live, like in a place of the city that we'd like more, but also establish a place that is ours and not just, you know, oh, she's coming to Dustin's house.
Right. So either way, we would have been buying a new house. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we will be taking you guys on that journey. We're going to start house hunting, I don't know, May or June?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely June, but probably May.
Probably May.
Because we plan to... Should we tell them when?
When what?
When you're going to move?
Oh, that's obvious. They know I'm going after the school year.
Yeah, so it'll be like early July. That's what we're shooting for. So we plan to take you on that trip or that adventure. You guys know that's going to be a roller coaster. That's a big decision. And we'll just tell you like how we are making some decisions for that. But before we can buy a home, something important has to happen, which is...
I need to find a job.
Finding a teaching job in Atlanta. So... Dustin has already started that process because this is prime, like, what's it called?
Like
hiring season right now. So Dustin's been out there in these Atlanta streets.
I have been. I had Zoom interviews, and then following those Zoom interviews, I was able to go visit Keanna on my spring break. So a lot of my spring break was spent like trying to figure out where the heck I'm going to work and where will be a good fit. And where's going to make me the happiest, but also like be, you know, decent location for the two of us where we can find like a decent midpoint. So we'll show you some of that as well.
Yeah, so Dustin was able to like capture some footage of him going out on the interviews and whatever. So descriptive, right? So we want to go ahead and show you guys some of his feedback, and you guys can hear how the job thing is going.
I drove from Indianapolis to Atlanta, and then I drove all over Atlanta.
I was still working.
She was still working. So while she was at work, I was just driving around the city.
Yeah.
So you can see some of that. All right, so here goes nothing. I just pulled up. I'm about to go into a school that I interviewed at last week. It sounds promising with regards to whether or not I can have a position, but you never know what it's like in the building. So that's why I'm here this week. I had Zoom interviews last week, and now I'm going to go ahead and check out these buildings in person, kind of walk through, get a tour, see what they're all about. So wish me luck. Okay, so I just finished up. Going into the school, I had a hard time kind of like getting a read on what to expect because there was only one individual involved in like our Zoom interview, and they seemed nice, but like I just couldn't get a read on what the staff would be like. So I wasn't real sure how to feel about it going into it. So I walked in the building. The students were all super sweet. Like they were excited to see a visitor walking in the hallways, and you know, obviously we were all masked up from a distance, so wasn't like interacting with any kids, but they're all like eager to wave and say hello, which was kind of nice, student-wise. I wasn't real sure how I felt. I didn't get a chance to meet many staff, but just the individual that was walking me around, I just wasn't real sure that it felt like it was very warm. It kind of felt very procedural, which is kind of how the interview felt as well. It felt like kind of like checking the boxes. And so honestly, I'm hoping that the other buildings go a little bit better than this, because although I think I can make it work, it's not, I didn't walk out like feeling like this is the school. So off to location number 2. Cross your fingers that it's the one, because like I said, this one might work, but it wasn't as warm and welcoming as maybe I was hoping it would be. And I know COVID makes things difficult, so I'm not like pinning that on anyone, but it just didn't seem like it would be the perfect fit. So here goes nothing. Here go nothing. Here goes nothing. Wish me luck. Okay, just came out of building number 2. I had good feelings about this building going into it, just because 2 things. One, I spoke with the principal last week and things just like went really smoothly. They actually are friends with one of my former bosses, and he had nothing but great things to say about her as a leader and as a friend, and as a colleague. And so that was reassuring, just because I really respected him when I worked for him. And so I had good feeling going into it. So when I walked in the building, a couple things I noticed. Like, one, it's definitely different socioeconomically than what I'm accustomed to. There's big houses across the street, but it sounds like a lot of the students come from mixed like neighborhoods socioeconomically, very wide range of demographics. And so it would definitely be a change of pace, but walking into the building, I just felt welcome. Like, the secretaries are super friendly. The principal is very friendly, was excited to show me around. Literally showed me every part of the building, which I appreciated. Showed me like what and why they're doing what they're doing. Things to look for, things, you know, to look forward to, and even was like honest and transparent enough to like let me know like things that maybe I would want to know ahead of time. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see the students. I came after the school day, had to do like a whole check-in process. They're very thorough with like COVID procedures, which again, I respect. A lot of the staff had already left, so I just got to kind of see the building. Very large. I'm not accustomed to buildings being that large. It looked small driving up, and then it just went on forever. Like, it extended back. As I walked throughout, like I said, the principal like asked me a lot of questions about what I was looking for, and I really respected the fact that the whole time they're like, they really want me to work there, but if I don't feel like it's a good fit, they are happy to help me find a building that would be a good fit, and they want me to like be happy wherever I end up. So regardless of whether or not this is the school I choose, like, I really respected the building itself and how warm it felt. They said they're going to connect me with one of their staff members later in this week, so I'll be curious to talk to him and kind of see what he has to say and just kind of get some insight, because this is a big move, and I just want to make sure that wherever I land, like, I'm going to be a good fit for them, and they're going to be a good fit for me as well. I need to make sure like I'm being my best version of myself as an educator and as a person, and that I'm happy. So locationally, this place is ideal, and I definitely like it than option number 1. I have one more to visit today, and hopefully it'll be comparable to this one, and I'll hope that the decision's hard to make, because that means I have a couple of good options. So overall, I liked it. We'll see, but wish me luck as I go to building number 3. All right, y'all, so I'm back with an update. Earlier today, I got to go around and visit one last school while I'm here in Atlanta. I liked it. I liked it a lot. So this interview I had last week on Zoom, and there was a team on the interview that just seemed, I don't know, they joked around a lot, but they also asked me a lot of like thought-provoking questions, a lot of good questions. They are very transparent with like what to expect and what they're looking for. And the interview just felt great. But then today I walked in, and the principal and the AP were both just, I don't know, they're very warm and welcoming. They're funny. They were just very personable. So I appreciated that quite a bit. When you walk in the building, you can clearly see from like the get-go that they are very focused on kids and like making it a kid-centered place. And it's like, it's very apparent that it's not just all talk. So the front mural has like actual paintings, like the paintings of the kids in that picture are current students. Throughout the building, you see, you know, normally you walk in, you see like inspirational posters throughout the hallways and stuff, but all of their pictures are like big framed pictures of current students. So the kids see themselves in the building everywhere they go. There's evidence of like school-wide initiatives and competitions and like fun things. They have the house system. If you're an educator, you might be familiar with the Ron Clark Academy in Atlanta. That would be my dream job. But either way, the house system, if you're not familiar with Ron Clark Academy, think like Harry Potter. So kids across the building are separated into houses, and they can earn points, and the points pop up in different places throughout the building, so they know which house is in the lead. Just get the kids excited about being there. The cafeteria, there's a lit lounge, so there's like a raffle where the kids get to go, and there's like a special seating area or room where kids get raffled off to go sit, and they have like cool seating options and like PlayStation and arcade basketball. You can just tell, so like the demographic is very similar to where I currently teach, and the principal is just very, very clear about, based on where the students are coming from, they want to make sure that they have like positive experiences in the school building, and I really liked a lot of what I saw. So locationally, not the most ideal place, but when it comes to like overall feel, it was definitely the best vibe that I've gotten in any building so far. I really liked the other one as well, but this one was it was definitely even better. So here's to hoping that I can make a decision sooner than later, but I also really hope that I get more, I get contacted by a few more administrators in the next week or two. So it makes the decision like I'm knowing, like I've checked all my boxes, made sure I've checked out as many places as I can, so I'm making an informed decision. But either way, I do feel like this could be a good fit. It's just the location is not. It's gonna be a drive. It's probably gonna be a drive. We'll figure it out. Big decisions ahead. Stay tuned. We'll definitely let you know what happens. But thank you all for following along my journey. So, with that being said, I am in the process of now trying to figure out which school is going to be the best fit for me. I'm still trying to make that decision, so I've not decided just yet. You know, as you probably can tell, I do have a few that stood out to me a little bit more, so I'll be making the decision. Once I do make the decision, we'll definitely keep you guys posted and update you on like the next process and what that looks like for, you know, switching jobs to Atlanta.
And moving. Once that's done, we're going to be figuring out where we're going to live.
And selling a house.
So, I don't know about Dustin, but I'm really curious to know in the comments. You guys will have to tell us, like, did you expect this? Did you predict this? Was your prediction correct? I know a lot of people made their predictions last week.
Listen, somebody in the comments was saying they thought she was having a baby. Come on, y'all.
I mean, I might have gained some weight, but dang, y'all.
That ain't happening.
No, I'm not pregnant. No, I'm not.
So were you right? Did you think that I was coming to Atlanta, or was she coming to Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Let us know. But just, you know, be kind to us. Don't hate on us for our decisions. They're our decisions.
Yeah, this is a big move for the two of us,
yeah.
So as much love as possible, it's greatly appreciated. You guys literally are like our new family, and we love you guys so much, and we're actually super excited that you guys are gonna be coming, like we're starting this new, not life, but kind of life, chapter together, adventure. And you guys are a part of that. Like, you are with us from the beginning, and that's really exciting.
It's cool.
So we can't wait to share with you guys over the next few months, just to see how things are gonna transpire. We don't know what's gonna come, so it'll be very interesting for all of us, like me, him, you, all of us together. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like.
Even if you didn't, you can like it.
True that. What else should they do?
You should definitely subscribe.
Comment, let us know if you predicted this or not. What else you might want to see from us. What do you think you might want to see with this whole transitioning? Like, what do you want to see from us? Because we might be so caught up in everything that's going on that we forget that, like, we're not documenting something that you may want to see. So let us know so we don't miss that. But otherwise, we'll see you guys next Saturday. Thank you again for watching. We love you so much.
See ya.
Bye.